Hey guys, Mr. Undy here. Today I'm going to be showcasing some of my battles I did on Go Battle Day with one of my favorite Pokemon I've ever built, XL Wigglytuff. XL Wigglytuff does Charmer things, but it absolutely hard walls Giratina, and Giratina is pretty common in the Ultra League, especially with Giratina and Cresselia cores. In the back I have an XL Blastoise and an XL Steelix I like to run together. XL Blastoise and XL Steelix are ridiculously tanky, and generally you can have them for shields while maintaining shields for Wigglytuff. I like to treat Wigglytuff as a win conditions for most games, and I will generally not shield anything for Blastoise and Steelix. So without further ado, let's get into these battles and see what they do together. Alright, heading into the first match here, we've got Wigglytuff on a Gallade. Obvious, very good for us. They're going to safe swap into their Swampert, and I like to answer Swamperts with my Blastoise. I can do neutral damage with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon, while they do resisted damage with Hydro Cannon. Generally, so here's how I've noticed these Blastoise and Swampert interactions usually go. They will throw the Earthquake. I will tank that. I'll throw 2 Hydro Cannons, and then they'll shield one or both of them, and then we'll try to throw another Hydro Cannon, and it won't knock out. So they come back in. They don't come back in with their third Pokemon, which means they've got something really weak in the back to Wigglytuff, and it's a Come-O. So, unfortunately, opponent tried to run Spice, and Wigglytuff said no, it is the only Spice that can be run. So going to the second match here, we've got Gengar. We need to look out for the Sludge Bomb. Generally, I like to play it as Gengars like to bait, but there's always that, doubt in your mind. And that's why I have Steelix and the Blastoise in the back to tank up hits and take shields. So I can save shields for Wigglytuff, like I said. So I'm going to go both crunches and get the defense drop here. Going to take this drill run, and then I'm switching to my Blastoise and try to Water Gun down, but unfortunately they get to a move, and it's the Mega Horn. That really hurts. That really sucked. So we're going to throw the Ice Beam here, get a shield, and then swap into Wigglytuff immediately. They are going to throw a move, and they throw the Outrage. Doesn't really do much. I've still got a shield here, and I'm going to shield this, whatever it is. It's a Shadow Punch, and then charm down the Dragonite. On to the third match here, and we've got Wigglytuff on Articuno. Articuno is my least, I hate seeing that lead, and it's not that I don't have answers for it, Icy Wind, man. So they throw back their Granbull, and I swap into my Blastoise, I catch their Icy Wind. And even with the debuff, they shield, because Hydro Cannon would be doing a lot. Granbull is pretty glassy. And I'm going to charm all the way down with my Wigglytuff, throw the Ice Beam. I don't know why I always show the Ice Beam, I just do. And then I've got Steelix in the back. I save my Wigglytuff to remove the debuff later on, and potentially act as a third shield. But I don't need it because they've got Zekrom in the back. Zekrom is a really cool Pokemon to see in the Ultra League, but unfortunately it's just not very good. I do like the Dragon Electric typing on it, but Steelix absolutely walls this thing. I don't know if there would be a worse matchup for Zekrom to see. There isn't a Ground Fairy Pokemon that would be terrifying, and I hope there never is one. Anyway, on to the next match. We've got Wigglytuff on. What do we get? We've got Hantro. Unfortunately, a very spicy pick. Honchkroat can do some major damage, so I'm definitely going to be saving at least one shield. My Steelix doesn't really have anything to answer this Togekiss with, but that doesn't mean we can't fake like we have Heavy Slam or Iron Head, whichever one it has. I think it's Heavy Slam. So I'm going to throw the back-to-back Crunch, get both shields, and then throw a third Crunch. Pretty happy with getting both shields. I'm going to switch into Blastoise to try and Water Gun farm down, tank this Ancient Power very easily, and then they bring back in their Cresselia. Blastoise is just going to start spamming out Hydro Cannons and do just solid damage. Going to take this move, I think it's a Moonblast, yes, and tank that Moonblast, still get to the third Hydro Cannon. Man, I love Blastoise. I'm going to shield this, because I've still got one shield after that. And I'm scared of a Brave Bird, even though they've never built up energy on their Honchkroat. So we've got Cresselia on lead on this match. And we saw how the Blastoise-Cresselia match usually goes. I can spam out those Hydro Cannons, and Cresselia can take Hydro Cannons. But I guess they're thinking that if this is my best answer to a Cresselia, that they should preserve health on it. Not a bad idea, but I generally like to switch into the not hard counter to the Pokemon that was on lead, just to give them a false sense of security that maybe Cresselia sweeps the entire back line. It does not. Steelix Dragon Tails down and doesn't take that much damage from those charge moves. So they've got Swampert on lead, and I'm going to throw 3 Earthquake. Generally, when I throw the Earthquake, people respect it. So anyway, able to farm down. I'm going to have to take this Hydro Cannon. And what have they got in the back? It is a Giratina. Something we absolutely love to see. Wigglytuff can absolutely destroy Giratina. If you watch my Most Toxic Team video, you will know that Wigglytuff just double resists everything that Giratina can throw. I don't know if there's actually a win condition for Giratina aside from double Ancient Power boosts. Anyway, on to this next battle, Wigglytuff on Walrein. Walrein is a kind of tricky lead for me. I tried to catch the Icicle Spear on the Blastoise, but they overfarm, throw the Earthquake. I'm going to build up to what should be a Skull Bash. And they call the bait, so I'm just going to throw another Hydro Cannon already. Do some good damage here, and I'm going to take this Icicle Spear pretty easily. And then they're going to throw the Earthquake. I'm actually going to shield this. This is one of the few times I shield this Blastoise. And they've got Venusaur in the back. I'm going to throw my Ice Beam, get a shield, swap out to Steelix, and start throwing crunches to do as many debuffs as possible. But they are going to, I think, shield this first one. We'll see here. Yeah, they shield the first one, and then I'm going to throw the other one in a second here. Steelix isn't the best answer to Venusaur, surprisingly. It's like Steelix can tank, but those Frenzy Plants, Venusaur gets to them really fast. I'm going to shield this potential Sludge Bomb. Glad I did, because it is actually a Sludge Bomb. And then who do they have in the back? It's Electivire. They make an amazing catch the Play Rough onto their Walrein, and then now they have the back-to-back Wild Charges, and they are going to absolutely win this game. So GG's Trainer, excellent catch. I get spanked there totally. So they've got a Cresselia. I swap into my Blastoise, and they are immediately building up to the Grass Knot and throwing it. Respect that. Sometimes Cresselias like to build up to what would be a Moon Blast or something, pretend they don't have it. But this guy's just letting me know he has it. Gonna spam out these Hydro Cannons as much as I can. Get a shield. Pretty good for me. Get to a third Hydro Cannon. They thought they could farm me down. And almost. So we got Steelix out here, tanking these Grass Knots really easily. And they've got Registeel in the back. I'm going to throw the Crunch while baiting an Earthquake. They don't shield it. So I think, yeah, okay, so I take this Focus Blast. And then I throw the Earthquake. Maybe they thought I had Iron Head Crunch. But nope, I'm running Earthquake. And Registeel is basically the only reason I run Earthquake on this thing. I would normally like to have the Steel move as my secondary. Going to throw the Crunch here. I shield because I realized that they could not lock down farm me. They have Giratina in the back, and this game is basically over because Giratina can only do about half health at most, depending on the moveset. And whenever I see a Giratina and I have Wigglytuff, I can't help but be toxic. Sometimes I'll let them throw a few charge moves in, just to see how long they'll take it. So these next 3 matches, Wigglytuff on lead against Machamp. They swap out, see the Steelix, and don't want any part of this game. This next match, they have Wigglytuff up on Giratina. They see this, don't want any part of it. Swap into a Togekiss, I believe, and then see my Steelix and don't want any part of this. What's funny is if they were running Flamethrower, they could have easily switched that matchup. And then we've got another match, Obstagoon on Wigglytuff. These 3 matches happen back to back. So I switch in my Blastoise into Scizor. Scizor, as cool as it is walled pretty well by Blastoise. I think Scizor, Scizor needs superpower. Generally, I like to switch into Steelix on Scizor, but Blastoise does pretty well as well. So throw the Hydro Cannons and get both shields here. The opponent realizes that I can easily have switch, and they don't want any more of the game, so they back out. We've got Wigglytuff on Dragonite, very excellent lead for us. And then we see the Swampert here. They're going to throw the Earthquake, Sludge Wave. I'm going to tank it. I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon. They're going to shield. They're going to throw the Hydro Cannon, thinking it should knock out at this range. It's not going to. And then I throw the Hydro Cannon again. They're going to shield. And then we've lost switch advantage, but now we have 2 shields. So I'm going to shield this first one. Take the and then I have to take this other Hydro Cannon just because I don't know what's in the third slot. And it is a Caesar. I'm going to throw the Play Rough, do a good chunk of damage, and then switch out to my Steelix. No, I thought I switched out to my Steelix. Oh yeah, you know what? I just realized that Steelix can take whatever from the Dragonite and Caesar. Dragon Tail down, take this Shieldless Night Slash, and then I'm just going to throw the Crunches and Dragon Tails and take care of this Dragonite because Dragonite is also walled by Steelix. And that is a good game on that one. On to this next battle here. We've got Wigglytuff on Primeape. Very excellent. I've been meaning... I have the XLs for it. They also have a Noctowl. Very excellent. I actually have an XL Noctowl for the Ultra League. It's actually a really good Pokemon in the Ultra League, despite only getting to 2300 CP. So, I'm going to tank these Shadow Balls. Going to throw the Crunches. And I think we get a shield here. No, okay. They let their Noctowl go down. So they've got Primeape in the back, coming back in on the Steelix. I'm going to throw the Crunch. And then I'm going to go back into Wigglytuff. Going to shield this close combat because that would absolutely destroy my Wigglytuff. And they have Alolan Sandshrew in the back, so they are running a triple XL team as well. Very cool to see a triple XL team versus a triple XL team. Unfortunately, I've packed some bulky boys. Noctowl is pretty bulky and is Alolan Sandslash. But Blastoise and Steelix are just ridiculously tanky. And then here I can just charm down. And that is a good game. On to the, what I think is the last match. We've got Milotic onto Wigglytuff. They're running Dragon Tail. And here I was counting these moves. I'm like, they should have gotten to a Surf already. So I shield it out of fear of whatever it could be. And then I decide I'm going to double shield here. And then charm all the way down. And then I'm going to throw the Ice Beam at whatever comes in. It's a Charizard. And you already know what I'm going to switch into here. We've got the Blastoise on the Charizard. A good old classic red and blue battle. Tank these Blast Burns. Blast Burns do a surprising amount. And then going to farm up, throw the Hydro Cannon. And then throw the Hydro Cannon what comes in next. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't get to it. I got a little greedy. There, throw the Leaf Blade. And then they are going to throw the Close Combat. I remember this match. Holy crap, this match was very close. And they counter down. I have the Play Rough, and I'm able to just barely win. So, thoughts on this team. Blastoise and Steelix make a really powerful core, and if you want to run them, I would honestly recommend it. Maybe have an anti-Venusaur check, like Talonflame would be good, Charizard, Moltres, any flying fire type that can easily smoke Venusaur. Heatran would be pretty fun, actually. Maybe Blastoise on lead, Heatran and Steelix in the back. I might do that in the future. But XL Wigglytuff. I honestly do recommend building an XL Wigglytuff if you don't have a Charmer. If you have a Lucky Hundo Wigglytuff like I've managed to get, I would honestly recommend you build it. Not that hard of a Pokemon to build. It's worse as being a Charmer than, you know, Clefable or Slurpuff or Aromatisse or Sylveon. If you want a more traditional Charmer, go with that. But if your team has problem with Giratina, I would honestly recommend Wigglytuff. It's such a hilarious Giratina wall that if your team is weak to Giratina and you need a quick fix and you have the dust for it in the XLs, go for Wigglytuff. Anyway, that's it for these battles. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.